to our final movement for mood. You clicked on video number 8 and you still don't know who I am. I'm Dave. Today, you will need a chair or a bench, something of that nature. And we're going to do something a little different. 4 groups of actually 3 exercises, I should say, or 3 groups of 4 exercises rather, with 30-second sets where we're going to do 3 rounds. So each round or each movement snack will be 6 minutes, and I'm doing it a little bit differently in that each movement snack has a bit of cardio, it has the mobility, it has the stretch, and it has the strength in the order of mobility, strength, cardio, stretch. So without further ado, we will get started with our first group, which is designed around our push muscles. We'll get started with our arm swings. Right there. So I'm going to go palm up, cross my body, go palm down, and then alternate which arm is on top. I'm wearing the Blueberry and boots today. Just to show that anybody can do this at any time, anywhere, provided you have a chair and a bit of space. And then we're going to go to our modified walkout, which looks like I hinge at the hips, crawl my body down, walk out onto the chair into a high plank position, stand back up. These workouts aren't designed to get you jacked. They're designed to add a little bit of mobility into your day, a little bit of exercise into your day, get the heart rate up a little bit. You know, maybe your resting heart rate's around 60 to 80. And now you're getting it up to, 100, 110. So incline push-ups, I'm going to use my chair. You could be using a wall. You don't need to go all the way down, all the way up. You could be going through your range of motion. And move this chair just so it's a little bit more on camera there. Probably the hardest exercise of the group. And I could be using a wall. Our modified door frame stretch, I'm coming at the arm with the door frame with my arm in an L pattern, and I'm rotating from there. A little bit more focus on the chest, less on the shoulder. We'll switch sides. So again, my arm's in this L pattern, and I'm rotating through the top. So I feel that stretch in my chest and then in my shoulder a little bit, but mostly the chest. So elbow and hand are planted on the door frame. And we're back into those arm swings. I'm going to go ahead and tie my boot. You can continue to go with those arm swings, but safety first. Make sure your exercise space is relatively clear and there's no tripping hazards. We're going to go through 3 rounds of everything. It roughly takes 6 minutes. So, you can pause this video. You can use the chapter select, modified walkouts, define the muscle group and the workout that you like. If you don't like this style, the other movement for moods use a lot of breaking the categories into like strength or cardio. They're all individualized. And we're going into those incline push-ups again. My range of motion on this chair doesn't allow me to go all the way down. And that's okay. I'm not trying to get swole or anything from this. I'm just trying to figure out some ways that I can add muscle strengthening into my day based on my means. And then the modified door frame. And arms in the L, I'm rotating from the top. Hand and elbow are in contact. And we'll switch sides. If you don't have something where you could do this, you could always do the handcuff stretch. Just grabbing the wrist behind the back. Nice proud chest. Stretching out the chest and shoulders that way. And final round of group 1. So with this movement for mood, there's going to only be 3 chapters as opposed to our normal 4 chapters of mobility, strength, cardio, and stretch. I thought I'd just mix it up because, maybe some people want everything in one group where they could just add this. You can memorize these 4 moves and just do 2-minute rounds, really, throughout your day. You don't need to spend a whole lot of time having movement in your day. You have 2 minutes between meetings. You can do 2 minutes of this. You've been staring at an Excel sheet for too long. You can take a few deep breaths. Do some movement. And then do our incline push-up. I know I always feel better if I move around a little bit. I'm trapped within these 4 walls most of the day, take my breaks, have that nice door outside, so I do some movement outside. If I didn't have that luxury, I would still, want to be moving around a little bit. Because that gives me a little bit of sanity. And it would give you a little bit of sanity too. A little bit of benefit to your mood, boost your mood a little bit, switch sides. Because the science just shows that movement improves our mood. And if you've been following along with these videos, I'm sure you can agree with that. All right, so that's group 1. We'll go on to group 2 here. We have our wall angels. So you do need a wall for this. I'm going to remove my good luck charm there. Elbows are against the wall, head's against the wall, hands are against the wall. You're just going to go up and down. I didn't start the timer there. So you can get into position there. Butt's against the wall as well. Try not to find that nail with your head. And we're just going through a range of motion that you can maintain your whole body against the wall. This is really challenging for me. That exercise is really challenging. Then we're going to go into our modified renegade rows. So I'm just in an inclined plank position, nice straight line. And I'm alternating, pulling my elbow past my body, squeezing at the top. Now this is really working my core, but I'm also activating those back muscles by squeezing at the top of that contraction of the elbow past the body. And our cardio, we're going to go with that hips, knees, ankles, ceiling. Try to keep that chest up the whole time. Using a lot of those posterior muscles in maintaining our posture. Right, I have to use our erector spinae, a lot of those hamstring muscles in order to move my hips forward when I stand up. And then our forward fold, just going to go ahead, fold the body, stretch out that whole posterior chain. Anytime you need to, you can just stand up, take a break from the forward fold, pop back into it. Well, we're hanging loose. A bit of a break. Stand up if you need to. All right, we'll move into our wall angels again. If you don't have a wall, you can still do this movement. What I would suggest is try hinging a little bit and driving those elbows down and up. Trying to stay in line with your ears. But it's really beneficial to have a wall for this one. I feel my mobility is a little bit less on this one, since getting the vaccine yesterday. Shoulder's a little sore, can't raise up as high, but I'm still doing my best. And that's all I ask you to do as well. And then our renegade row. If you want a bit of a challenge, you can just do one side. and then at that halfway point, switch sides, which is what I'm going to have to do. It's demonstrating. You know, we want to be nice and even. We just want to make sure that we're not rotating the torso here. Still getting that squeeze, but I don't have to, you know, exaggerate the rotation. I can hold my position there. That's what's involving the core. So with these, you know, again, range of motion. Your range of motion might be there before you lose good form in your back. That's okay. And your tempo might be slower, it might be faster. You know, you might just be going like this, really focusing on form. You might be going this quick, getting that heart rate up really fast. But remember, we're just making it our own. That vertical level change can really get the heart rate up. With that forward fold, you know, you can take your time with it too and just slowly throughout. The 30 seconds get a little bit deeper, and as you breathe, you know, you might find yourself being able to get a little bit lower. Some people are going to be able to touch the ground. I can't do it in these coveralls, and that's okay. We're on to our final 2 minutes of group 2 here with our wall angels. And you might find now, since you've done a little bit of mobility, you've activated these muscles, you're getting greater range of motion, and that's normal. It might feel a little bit better on round 3. I suggest if you find this exercise difficult, to add it into your day. Again, you can use these 2-minute breaks. You could do the full 3 rounds, you know, throughout your day. Try to add these exercises in a little bit more, and that's the glory of the movement snack, right? Is you can pause the video, you can add it gradually throughout your day. It's going to make you feel better. Just getting that little bit of extra motion, taking that time to breathe. Maybe you can do this outside even better. Get some fresh air. If not, you know, that's okay too, just add it in. And during this forward fold that's coming up, we're going to really focus on our breathing and what we're feeling. So just within this forward fold, I'm going to focus on my breath. Take a deep breath in and slowly breathe out. As I breathe out, I'm sinking a little deeper. And as I stand up, a nice deep breath in. And we're going to exhale. Continue exhaling as you reach the bottom. And one last nice deep breath in as we stand up. All right, so that brings us to our final group, which is more focused on lower body. I'm going to take a seat in my chair for the dynamic pigeons. I'm sitting on the edge. The chair's a little lower than I thought. Start the clock here. And all we're going to do is we're going to cross our leg, lean forward, switch sides, cross our leg, lean forward. You probably feel that in the side of the hips there. That's completely where you want to feel it. All right, and then we have our chair squat and press, and we're not squatting and pressing the chair, but we're going to keep our elbows up. We're going to sit down on the chair, press up at the top. Sit down on the chair, press up at the top. And not using your hands to help yourself get up is part of the challenge in the lower body. And I know I'm certainly feeling it in my quads right now. Great. All right, and our lateral shuffle, you really have to make sure your space is clear, but we're just going to get nice and low, you know, that athletic position, and shuffle laterally. This can be as quick or as slow as you want. Again, I'm not trying to make anybody sweat here or get yoked, get ready for Mr. Universe, Mrs. Universe. Just try to get your heart rate up, make you feel better. All right, and then our standing hamstring stretch. You can go toe pointed towards you, straight leg, slight hinge forward, and you probably really feel that in the back of the hamstring. You can also do this from the ground, switch sides. So I could just be hinging forward like this, but that chair provides a little bit of an extra hamstring stretch, which is really great. And then we're seated again. Try not to smush my phone across the leg. Come forward. And if you need to use your arms to assist that leg over, that's completely fine. Just focus on our breath. In and out. Might find yourself a little bit more labored after the lateral shuffle, or maybe on these chair squat and presses. If you find that going down to the chair is too difficult in terms of your squats to on your knees, just find something different. Maybe it's the countertop, maybe it's this couch, where you can still squat and press, right? And I'm not resting at the bottom. It's just sort of a touch and go. We're into our lateral shuffle. Then I hinge at the hips, I bend at the knees, I keep the chest lifted. Everything is square to the way I'm facing when I step. And you can definitely feel the heart rate come up here. A little bit more labored breathing on my end. Another hamstring stretch. Toe pointed towards the shin. Slight lean forward. Again, leg should be straight. And you can just feel that in the back of the leg. It's really not a big motion, switch sides. But the stretch you feel on your hamstring is pretty incredible. There's certainly modifications to this. You can turn the body to activate or stretch different parts of the hamstrings. We're just going to focus on the main one today. All right, and last set of the last round. Our dynamic pigeons. In the seated position. I really like to loosen up these, like glute med and the other muscles that we're stretching here. Just because they get very tight with the way most people sit throughout their day. And it's good just to add that extra little bit of motion in. And these chair squats are no joke either. You can throw these into any regular workout just with some weights to get that extra bit of depth. Maybe you find these are too hard and you are getting sweaty and that wasn't the goal for you. Just slow it down. Maybe in the 30 seconds, you're only getting 3 or 4. Because they are challenging. And then our last lateral shuffle, again, staying square to the direction I'm facing. Taking this time to notice my breath. It's a little bit more increased here. That's okay. Heart rate might be up a little. That's good. That's what we want. That's where we get some of those feel-good chemicals. Knowing that we're working hard, doing some good work. And last but not least, our hamstring stretch. And again, I'll just reiterate, this isn't designed to get you jacked or sweaty, but that little bit of a heart rate increase can help a lot in the way that you feel. We'll switch sides. So even if you can add this, add one of these movement breaks into each hour of your work, whether you're throwing it in your Outlook calendar, whether you're just setting a reminder on your phone, it can really truly go a long way. But that is it for Movement for Mood. I really hope you guys enjoyed this series. I hope you enjoyed my videos. I hope you enjoyed Lindsay's videos. If you really like this, leave a comment on what you liked, what you didn't, if you want to see it come back. But that was our 8 weeks, and I hope you enjoyed it. Stay well, and I will see you in another video.